Good evening. It was October 15th, 2017, with my hands shaking like they are right now, and I typed into my computer 5 letters and a hashtag and quickly hit delete. I tried again, took a deep breath, and managed the hashtag with ME, then backspaced. I couldn't do it. There was no way. On my third and final attempt, it was there in black and white. Me too. It was out there. I hit enter, I closed my computer screen, and I went to bed. That night, I tossed and turned all night, thinking about the lessons that I had learned as a young child, were for the most part that secrets were essential to my survival, but also the lessons that I had heard over and over and over again as an adult, that maybe perhaps I was only as sick as my secrets. The next morning when I woke up, my social media was flooded with Me Too. It was everywhere. And within a matter of a few days, every boardroom, every dining room table, and every Hollywood celebrity was saying it out loud. But could I? For the majority of my life, my body told my story for me without me ever needing to utter a single word. Panic attacks, debilitating depression, generalized anxiety disorder, agoraphobia, fear, night terrors, suicidal thoughts, and eventually a diagnosis of post-traumatic stress disorder. I knew from experience that the truth could be a dangerous thing with dire consequences. But I also knew that suppressing it maybe now had some really serious consequences too. The first person I told outside of my therapist was my mother, who was 91 years old at the time. She held my hand tightly, and with tears streaming down her face, she embraced me and she whispered in my ear words I never, ever had anticipated that I would hear from my own mother. Me too. 80 years, 80 long years, my mother held her silence. And in that moment, neither of us were alone anymore, suddenly, in our silence or in our shame. My mom has become my biggest cheerleader, my greatest ally, my strongest supporter. She's 95 years old now, and she's legally blind. She can't read my blogs every day. She doesn't have the internet, but she calls every day to hear what I've written, as if for some way she's fighting the good fight now, vicariously through me, her youngest daughter. So each time I sit down to write on my Trauma Queen blog, I write for my mom and her mom and her mom and all the other women and girls who came before me, who were never able to speak out loud. And I write for every woman now in the present that is still unable to speak. I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that the moment you speak your truth, whether it's through the written word or out loud to a friend, when the truth becomes air, you will finally breathe again. I began writing my journey on my blog and my memoir to heal myself. And in the process, I have received hundreds and hundreds of emails from women all over the globe who have said that my words have helped them to heal too. Within a few months of the Me Too movement, other things were far more trending. The microphone shut off. The crowds went home. The lights dimmed. And something else became more newsworthy. But I've remained. I've remained in the ring to fight for women and girls everywhere and our rights, our inalienable rights to safety, to dignity, to respect, and to equality. I don't do this anymore so much to talk about my Me Too story as to beg the question, now what? And to challenge others to do the same. That in the hopes that one day, someday, in the not so distant future, a woman or girl somewhere will hashtag not me. Thank you.